Hey guys, it's Shaggy at YouTube here. Back in Tabletop Racing World Tour. We finished the Cult Classics in the Sports Championship. Now we're doing the Nitrous Challenge. And you see in the very first race I completely forget to change my car. So I'm racing up against all the supercars basically of the game, and we'll still see what we get. But I want to talk to you guys a little bit about something that is going on, and it's the ISIS and stuff like that. Not too long ago, they killed like 80 people over in France from a suicide bombing. I don't know 100% of everything. I just seen it and it it made me sick. Sick to my stomach. I mean, how can you justify killing thousands and thousands? I know that was just 80 people, and it wasn't just 80 people. It was 80 innocent people. And I don't understand how you can justify killing thousands of people like the World Trade Center back in 9/11, stuff like that, and think that that's how your God is going to congratulate you. Any God I know of tells you thou shalt not kill, and I agree with that. There's some stuff in the Bible I don't agree with, but that's definitely one of them. Is like women, children, just innocent people. They killed them for no reason, and just to go to heaven. And in their religion, their Bible tells them thou shalt not kill. Then one guy got a hair up his butt eventually and said, okay. Excuse me, I'm tired. But anyways, one guy got a hair up his butt basically and said, we're gonna start killing people because I don't like these people. That's the sole definition of racism. Because of a color of a person's skin, or who a person is, no matter who they are on the inside, just they're a certain kind of people, so they hate you because of it. And that's not necessarily fair. Okay, there's some Americans, they don't deserve to die for it, don't get me wrong. But there's some Americans that won't get up off their butt and do anything for themselves. They'd rather sit around and smoke weed. Like this girl I know very well. She sits there, and I don't know how familiar you guys are with Snapchat, but she sits there and every day she's 13 years old, let me remind you. She sits there, posts these bad pics. They're not bad, like too bad, but I don't really know how to explain it. They're just bad for her being 13. I'll put it that way. And then she sits there, she always has a blunt, or something like that in her hand, just smoking it, saying, I give no fucks, thinking she's cool. And that's the reason why ISIS hate us. Is people like that. Yes, we are free to do what we want, but there's a difference between doing what you want and just fucking your entire life. And these people do not deserve to die for that. Do not get me wrong. I'm not saying that at all. But us as Americans, we're taking this freedom thing too far. Like, people, I'm not saying any names because I don't want to get any drama started, but some people will start a riot because freedom of speech, and that isn't right. Freedom of speech is a freedom to speak your mind, not to hurt other people. It's the ability to say yes and no and not get persecuted from it. And yes, I do also agree with there's some bullshit that's going on. Like, the police in America, some of them are beating people up just because of who they think they might be, not because of who they are. But there is also cases such as, I'll go ahead and say it, such as the Michael Brown case. That was the biggest bullcrap ever. That man, he reaches into a police car and he starts beating at a cop. And then nobody would let him. Alright. The guy reaches into a police car and he starts beating up a cop, and it's the cop's fault for pulling over because he was a robbery suspect, and the cop pulled him over not because he robbed someplace. He pulled him over because he was jaywalking and just wanted to tell the guy to get out of the road. But some of the people in America said that it was the cop's fault for telling him something is illegal. He just said that's illegal, and the guy literally told him fuck you, stuff like that. And the cop kept going, and then he stopped again because he noticed that that guy was a robbery suspect. So if he didn't draw that attention to himself, this entire situation would have never went down. And then what's the thing about it is this guy, he was running at a police officer, trying to attack the police officer. The officer fired a couple of warning shots that would usually take down a normal man, but this guy was pretty big and stuff like that, and he sat there and kept coming at the police officer. So the police officer took aim and fired his gun and killed the guy. Okay, the trajectory of the bullet and everything else says that the guy was not getting on the ground and raising his hands. And everybody except for the people that wanted to entice this riot were saying the exact same thing. That this guy was running at the cop. And then they enticed a riot without looking at the facts. They just wanted to have a reason to entice a riot, basically. And the witness that was going to come forward and say that Michael Brown was running at the police officer ended up getting killed. But yeah, that's my rant for today. Just a random topic about random things that I think is messed up in the world today. So it's Shaggy at YouTube here, signing out. Take care. Please like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It's greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.